Greetings, YouTube. Happy Sunday. Otriux, the data mining expert, has been hard at work as usual. Data mining for us. What the keywords for this are subject to change because the last two data mined featured crystals have been worse by the time that we saw them in the game. Particularly the last 6-star featured crystal, which somehow inexplicably went from thinking that we would have a 6-star ghost in it to ghosts being taken out and the community literally being ghosted. So huge shout out to Otriux. We are going to zoom in on this just a little bit because we can see this amazing screenshot, right? And we can talk about my rule for these 24 handpicked champions, because my rule is, in order for this crystal to be worth it, even though the new $10 subscription-based service that gives those of you who are Cavalier at the very top the chance to get a featured 5-star crystal for only 11,000 5-star shards instead of 15,000, which is certainly relevant to the new featured, comes into play. But in general, I think if you're going to go for this, you need 12 out of 24 minimum champions to be straight bangers, aka champions that you're going to be so excited to land that you're not going to care about spending the extra 1,000 to 5,000 5-star shards. The other thing is, you only know your account when you watch this. I could talk about champions in general, but if you have most of these champions that are worth going for, then I would steer clear and still go for the basic, even if there is one or two new champions, like, say, a Warlock or a Black Widow Clairvoyant that you want to get your hands on, metaphorically speaking. So let's go through this list and talk about whether or not the champion passes the Prof. Hoff test. Now, Black Widow Clairvoyant, even though she could hit harder, I have heard from several people who love playing with this champion, and so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say she is a roster-changing type champion and deserves the thumbs up. Carnage is way better than he used to be. He used to be the biggest trash meme disappointment out there. Is he still worth it? I think duped, yes. So I have a Carnage, but not duped. I wish this was Venom. I wish I could replace Carnage with Venom in this spot, and I would be much more excited about this. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, though. I'll give him a thumbs up. Now, Daredevil usually says classic, and since we don't have a 5-star Daredevil, I'm assuming this one is the canceled Netflix version, or at least should be canceled, even though the show, which ironically should not have been canceled and was canceled. This one gets the big thumbs down. I don't know why this guy's in the game. He annoys me. I think he's a waste of space, and we're moving on. Dormammu gets the thumbs up. Such a great champion if you don't have him, particularly for power control, because he does not need specials to have power control. Even somebody like Hawkeye needs that special one. So yeah, thumbs up for Dorm. Hela, I'm going to go ahead and give the benefit of the doubt to and say thumbs up, but not to the level as the others. Believe it or not, I would take Dormammu over Hela in most circumstances. I just think she used to be better, but then of course Kabam found that out and got their hands on her and nerfed her a little bit. But yeah, Invisible Woman is also a champion that I think is fun to play and gets the thumbs up. I wouldn't be like crazy excited about any of the champions except maybe Black Widow Clairvoyant, which is crazy because I have that 5-star Mystic Awakening gem that I was hoping to use on her, and I've been told it's pretty situational and she doesn't need to be awakened at all. Iron Fist, thumbs down. Definitely not worth 15,000. Iron Patriot, mega thumbs down. Juggernaut, mega thumbs down. So we got 3 straight trash champions listed in this subject to change screenshot. Moon Knight, thumbs down. I'm not saying Moon Knight's bad, but 15,000 5-star shards, forget about it. Mysterio, great. I would be excited to get my hands on Mysterio and try him out. Proxima Midnight, if you don't have her, she is certainly solid. I guess kind of like Hela, I'd give her the benefit of the doubt for the thumbs up, but compared to Corvus, not at all. If you switched Proxima Midnight with Corvus, just imagine the hype of this crystal. Red Hulk, huge thumbs up, does not need to be awakened, and with the Domino synergy is incredible. Rocket Raccoon, I'm actually going to give it the thumbs down. People will say, but Rocket is so good. Well, he's a glass cannon champion, not worth 15,000 5-star shards in my book. Rogue, kind of like Hela, kind of like Dorm, kind of like Prox. I'll put on the middle tier up. She is underrated, but in this stage of the game, you compare Rogue to Omega Red or even, certainly Namor, Iceman, Archangel. If somebody is like 5th or 6th or 7th best in their class, I just can't. I can't promote them. Now, Sabretooth is somebody that I have been hunting for a long time. Not only because of the synergy with Void and Killmonger, but also because of the amazing synergy with Omega Red, which currently is the synergy partner for me in Act 6 of a 6-star Deadpool X-Force. Definitely a thumbs up for him. Thumbs up for Spider-Man Stealth Suit. I've seen some awesome videos from that champion as well. Now, Storm gets the thumbs down. It's just like I talked about with Rocket. People get ticked off when I say that because Storm does do solid damage, especially Awakened. But when you are the 6th or 7th or 8th best champion in the class, and you don't have any huge synergy bonuses like we just talked about with Sabretooth, I'm going to go ahead and give the thumbs down. Sunspot, okay, fine. I'm still kind of unsure how I feel about Sunspot, but hopefully this is a solid champion. I just don't see the hype around Sunspot that I have in the past with others. Taskmaster, some people swear by him. I'm going to give the thumbs down on this guy. That's probably going to be controversial to some people, but I just don't think he's worth 15,000 5-star shards. OG Thor, I also don't think, even though he is a rare champion, is worth 15,000 5-star shards. Needs a high sig to be good and still isn't but a shell of himself before patch 12.0. Void is a no doubt straight banger, particularly Awakened. We need more champions like Void in this crystal. Warlock, solid as well. And Yellow Jacket, thumbs down. Again, I'm not saying Yellow Jacket doesn't have his use, but in the 15,000 5-star featured crystal shards, crystal not worth the gamble. So, let's count them. Yellow Jacket, Taskmaster, Storm. We'll go ahead and give Rogue the thumbs up, even though I'm not that sold on the 15,000 price tag for. Rocket Raccoon, nope. Red Hulk, Proxima Midnight, Mysterio, Invisible Woman, Dorm, Carnage, Black Widow, Clairvoyant. I think there's about 10 champions in this that if you don't have them are worth going for. And there is about 14 champions that I think are average at best for the price tag or a terrible, terrible deal. I am very underwhelmed by this 5-star featured crystal, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, as I never do on my channel. I'm not trying to whine. I'm just saying if you switched out even Carnage with Venom, if you switched out Proxima Midnight with Corvus, and maybe if you added a third along with Void, because we have seen examples of the 5-star featured crystal in the past that had this many amazing older champions. What if you switched out, say, Rogue with Iceman, right? Or what if you switched out Storm with Archangel? That is the kind of crystal that I would be over the moon excited to say go for this. Now, if you don't have Void, or you have Void but he's not Awakened, I'd be tempted to go for that. I have a 565 Sig 200 Void, not trying to flex, just saying that does not do anything for me in this crystal. The person that I need more than anybody for the sake of my roster that's currently constructed is Sabretooth, but I don't think I would spend 15,000 shards. I do think, just for the heck of it, I will go for the 11,000 5-star shards crystal that is coming out, of course, in the next cycle of the monthly subscription, just to see if I can pull that Sabretooth or one of the new champions. But at the same time, you know, it's not a trash crystal. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to hear me say this and think, oh, Prof is just destroying this. But it's not as exciting as it should be. And I think most people could probably agree with that. I really do think if you took out some of these champions, particularly that just row of mediocrity, Iron Fist, Iron Patriot, Jugs, and Moon Knight, I mean, come on. Even if you have to switch out like Moon Knight with Crossbones, right? Just improve this a little bit. I think Iron Fist with, of course, somebody like Magic would be truly magical. But yeah, am I being too harsh, or do you think I've got this about right? Comment below, let me know. And as always, thank you to Otrix for providing this early data mining. And I have to say, just as his post says, keep in mind this is subject to change. Usually it changes for the worse, but maybe, just maybe, it'll change for the better. I like to be an optimist when I can, so we're going to go ahead and plan on that. And I also like to end my videos before they reach the 10 minutes. So we're going to end this video now and just say again, thanks for watching, and thanks to Otrix for providing the data.